Welcome to Bay Area Breakdown. I'm here with my co-host
Thomas.
and Justin Kim. So today we'll be breaking down the three games that we played against, which was against Charlotte Hornets, San Antonio Spurs, and Dallas Mavericks. So the first game, Charlotte Hornets, we looked pretty good as we won by 18 points. What was your thought, Thomas Lee?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a game where we had to take care of business. I really liked the way the game was flowing. Um, no Clay in this game, with a knee injury. CP in the starting lineup had a pretty good game, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 11 points. Steph had a okay game, 50% shooting, wasn't particularly sharp from three, still gave us four threes. Um, Kuminga was out this game, so TJD in the starting lineup gave us rebounding. Draymond, all around pretty good game. And I think, just off the bench, Moses Moody providing a spark. I think that really helped the team. And it's a game where you have to win, especially in tight races coming down the stretch. And I think I'm glad we got it done, but I'm not too focused on this game.
So my opinion is that Draymond Green's stepping up right now. Like his defense had been getting way better.
Hmm.
He's like a floor manager, like or getting better at it.
Hmm.
And like he's very impactful. And
Hmm.
also like during the game, our defense was very good, only letting them shoot like 26.1 exactly from the 3-point range.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let's move on. The game against Spurs.
Hmm.
Well, first, what was your thought?
I mean, this game, I think it was a little closer than it should have been. But in crunch time, I think we were to pull it out. I think, it's a game that again we needed to win. Um, Wemby had a pretty good game, 32, but Steph matched that with 33. Um, Pods, being a good rebounder off the bench. Clay started this game, which, he's going back to starting, and I kind of like the way it's working. Having Pajemski off the bench, be a little defensive pest, be a little bench guy. Kind of like how Jordan Poole was the championship year. The starting lineup of Curry, Clay, Wiggins, TJD, and Draymond Green, was a net positive in this game. And I think, you know, in the lineup, like with Steph and Draymond, having like the guys like TJD, Wiggins, and Clay, who, stretching the floor with the wings and then providing rebounding help, I think it really helps like kind of like smoothen the way the offense flows. And it provides better defensive like opportunities with the true big down there. What do you think?
So, well, remember how I said Jackson Davis should be on the starting lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that came true. Well, Jackson Davis is our starting center. It looks like for now, because maybe
Mm-hmm.
Kaminga's out or had been out for 5 games, but yeah. And meanwhile, Draymond Green, like Draymond Green played very well against the unspent against the Spurs. He went
Mm-hmm.
8 for 9, 2 for 2 on 3-pointer, 11 assists, and also very amazingly 6 steals and 1 block.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like what you said, Steph also popped off. So going to our last game, or yeah, the game against Dallas Mavericks. What is your thought?
So for this one, I think our shooting was really well. Shot over 45% from three. Um, we hit all of our free throws. We out rebounded them, and the same starting lineup. Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Dre, TJD. And I mean, I think the same things apply. TJD provides like defensive presence and the rebounding. Um, and even though he didn't get any blocks, he's a true big down there. And I think this is a win where it really shows like this team can compete, helped us get 7 games above 500. And it really shows that like, when it comes down to it, like we can win the games we need to. And keeping on this 5 game winning streak can be big. Trying to get as much like separation from the Rockets and trying to make up some ground in the play-in race. Maybe get a home game.
Yeah. So, oh, talking about Draymond Green again, because he been playing very well. Draymond Green had a very excellent defense. Draymond Green looks like he could average like 10 points a game around there, and also had 4 steals, and looks like he's a steal machine for now. We'll see if that continues. and the game was a roller coaster. Like the Warriors had a big run, and then Dallas also got in like a very big run. I think it was like 20 to like 5 or something. I don't. It was something crazy though, and like Wiggins shows that. Like I don't know if it's my opinion, but Wiggins also shows me that like he's like the guy from the championship. Like his offense looks very good, like averaging like 20, but then like we can sometimes have like one of those like bad games where he averaged like 4 games, like against the Spurs, but then he like he's trustworthy enough to like bounce back.
How do you feel before we move on? How do you feel about Clay in the starting lineup?
Clay in the starting lineup. Well, Clay in the starting lineup looks like he's or I think he's doing better in the bench, but then I don't know. Clay Thompson's still doing good. Hold on, like give me a second. Wait, when did he start like on the bench? Or not on the bench,
Uh,
like starting lineup.
I think it was I'll take a look real quick, but I think it was when Kuminga got hurt.
So 5 games back,
Yeah. I want to say maybe the Pacers game when he started to start.
Pacers game. 17. He been averaging like 15 point. He had one big game against the Heats. And Clay Thompson could like nail down some shot, like
So
averaging like
he didn't start in the Pacers game. So I think it was
Heats.
the no, I think it was yeah, the Heat game.
If it was the Heat game, yeah, I like what Clay is doing so far, but I feel like he could be doing like a little bit better. But he's proving that he's like on the edge of like coming back.
How do you think he looks on the court?
Like when you say look, like what do you mean?
Like, is he? I mean, like in my opinion, I think like the way he's playing, like the flow of the offense, does he look like he's just chucking up shots? Does he think is he like, forcing stuff? Does he look comfortable in the starting unit?
Well, like like both. He looks neutral, like cause Clay had been like a long time Warriors, and he looks smooth with it. But then there's like a moment like where Clay Thompson just like chucks up no shot or like how would I explain it? Like crazy shot, like heat check.
Yeah, I think Clay has those moments where like it's like, what are we doing? But if he hits the shots, it's like, damn, Clay's really on one today. And I mean, in the past, you kind of live with it, but now when he's like not as like lethal of a shooter, it's like sometimes you just want him to dial back a little bit, let the offense flow a little bit, and that's what my opinion. But I mean, like from the looks of Clay looks like he's pretty comfortable in the starting lineup. He knows how to play in that offense.
Yeah. So going back to the Mavericks game, Steph Curry had a bad game, or would we count 13 points from Steph Curry a bad game, or
I
what's
want to
your
say a bad game, more like a down game.
yeah? So he had a down game, but okay, so he had a down game, and then Andrew Wiggins popped off, and yeah,
I think that's just part of like the new stuff though, like letting like Wiggs kind of take over a game,
like
letting like CP kind of control the offense.
like
Um,
assisting.
yeah, just playmaking and like being a distraction.
Yeah, Steph Curry had been like pretty good on like assisting, like or his stats show that he been very good at assisting,
Yeah,
like
but not even just assisting, just playmaking, in my opinion.
like off ball movement, and, like
Like
cutting.
like sitting in the corner, like not I'm not saying sitting, but like yeah, like moving around, like being in the corner while like Draymond kind of runs something, letting like Kuminga or letting Wiggs kind of like ISO, take control, make some moves, and like not being like super ball dominant. Damn, bro, taking a little icebreaker.
Yeah. Okay, so the upcoming game, the game against the Rockets could be a very like big game. You think?
I mean, I think this is a game where you can create the separation with the Rockets, even though the Warriors have created that separation. I think, you know, it kind of like it puts more distance, gets a 4 game gap with about with like 2 weeks left in the season. Getting a 4 game gap is gonna be huge.
Mhm. Okay, so I'll read out like the opponents like for the upcoming week, and then you tell
Hmm.
me how like our records like or like what you think, and then I'll also like explain mine. So like what I said, we play against the Rockets on
Mm-hmm.
Thursday at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We play against Mavericks on Friday.
Both of them are in Texas.
What?
Both of them are in Texas.
Yeah. And then or we go against Jazz,
Mm-hmm.
Lakers, which I think could be a very big game,
Mm-hmm.
and then Trailblazers.
Right. So we won't be covering the Trailblazers after the next episode. But I think the Rockets and Mavericks are games you have to win, you have to control. You have to like come out strong and take like show the effort, show passion, show energy in these games. The Jazz, those that's one of those games where like, it's just take care of business game. And then the Lakers, like that's one where like when I talked about earlier in the episode about like trying to jump up, trying to make some more moves in the play-in like race. The Lakers game always high competitive. Winning that game will help us get like ahead in the get some more like traction towards making like possibly getting a home playing game instead of a road playing game.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like, how much game do you think we will win, and how much game do you think we'll lose?
I don't know about the exact numbers, but I think, they're all winnable games.
Yeah. So my opinion is that the Warriors Rockets, like, it's gonna come down to fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz, I think we could control that game, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, because or we still have 2 day break, but we go against the Lakers next, which
Mm-hmm.
Lakers Warriors always entertaining match. Mavericks, like Mavericks games always close too, so I see that on fourth quarter. The Trailblazers, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think we could win that easily, and I think you'll win at least three. I like what you said. I could see like Warriors maybe winning this all, but Warriors have been very hot recently,
Mm-hmm.
winning 5 games in a row. So we'll see if they could stretch it to 10 games in a row,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, so the Warriors have 7 games left. So
yeah.
I'd say probably like the 6 seed probably out of the question. I'd say the 7 seed might be out of the question as well, unless something crazy happens. I think the 8 seed and the 9 seed are still possible, but it really is going to take like some losses from either Sacktown or the Lakers. Um, I'd say getting in the play-in's pretty comfortable unless we like lose a bunch of these games. I don't think we're gonna fall out. So sitting at this 10 seed, who would you least want to face in the play-in?
Probably the Denver Nuggets.
In the
Oh,
play-in.
in the play-in? My bad.
Yeah.
So like where up to is the play-in? Like
Well, the
what's the
play-in's
lowest seed?
the play-in's 7 through 10.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'd say realistically, teams that still have a shot to be in the play-in, the 9 seed, I'd say realistically is probably Lakers, Sacramento, Phoenix, or New Orleans.
I think
And
to be
then
honest,
I think the Dallas and or I guess just Dallas can still be in the play-in. So let's say which teams would you be scared to play in the play-in?
prob I think we could beat Dallas. Mm,
And you remember these are all on the road, so just something to think about.
Suns have a like great like fan base and like it's very loud at Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And also, in my opinion, it probably beat the Suns or Lakers because
That you'd want to face or not want to face.
don't want to face.
Okay, yeah.
And I probably want to face the Mavericks or Kings or maybe Lakers. Like Lakers game is always close, but if we have like two shot, I'll probably say Lakers.
So what I say is I think I at least want to face the Lakers or Sacktown.
What?
Even in Phoenix, I guess, just because their home records are so good. Lakers are 27 and 12 at home. Sacramento 23 and 15. Phoenix 24 and 14. Right? So they all have pretty good home records. And they have like passionate fan bases. Not to say like Dallas or New Orleans don't have it, but like just looking at like their home records, they don't perform as well. Dallas is 22 and 12 or 22 and 15, and then New Orleans is 21 and 17. So I think, facing New Orleans, I think is our best shot of potentially making the playoffs. Um, and I'd say Lakers or Sacramento. Those are gonna be like intense games that I'm not gonna be very confident. I mean, obviously, I think the Warriors can win. I'm just gonna be less confident, less like emphatic on the victories.
Yeah, so let's see if there's a possible way if the Warriors could maybe get the. You said 6 seed is the like
Yeah,
if
I think 60's out of the question though. I think having to make up 4 games in 7 games with 7 games remaining is just too much.
but the thing is that Phoenix Suns has a hard game left, you know?
But you gotta remember we have to jump everybody. So if Phoenix loses every game, right? That means New Orleans goes ahead. That means Sacramento goes up one. So
Okay,
does the
so
Lakers. So it means like Phoenix, New Orleans, Sacramento, and Lakers all have to lose for us to move up there.
okay, we see the Phoenix Sun. Do you see the Phoenix Sun?
Hmm?
Like, do you see the Phoenix Suns moving down? I
Okay,
personally
I can see them moving
think they're
down, right? But I don't
yeah.
see us making the jump. That means every other team, Phoenix, New Orleans, Sacramento, and the Lakers all have to lose for us to move up.
Let me check their schedule real quick.
It's not about Phoenix though. It's about every other team too.
Yeah, yeah. Damn.
Phoenix plays the
Yeah,
Pelicans, so that means no matter what, one of the teams is gonna win.
I think Pelicans is gonna be
Suns
the
play the
6 seed.
Kings, so at least one of them has to win.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's less
I
about like the fact that we're if it's one team above us, sure, it's possible. But if there's the fact that there's 4 teams above us to get that spot, it just doesn't like I don't think it's gonna happen.
yeah, I think it's out of reach. Like especially the Pelicans
Mhm.
like schedule. They play against the Suns, which Suns are basically in the like you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Kings are also in. Well, yeah. So they go against Suns, Kings, Lakers, Warriors, and you know like those 4 teams are basically in the playing, and then Trailblazers, Spurs. I think those are winnable games for
What team is
Pelican.
this?
The Pelicans.
Oh, uh-huh.
But the thing is that Pelicans dropped the game against Orlando Magic. We'll see. We'll see like how they like bounce back. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they don't look too good. They're on a three
Well,
game
Orlando's a 4 seed, so I mean they're decent.
like bro. To be honest, like uh, who's good on their conference, bro?
In East,
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's very top heavy. It's Boston. I think that's the one team, and then it goes Milwaukee, Cleveland, Orlando, Knicks, and I'd group the Heat and Pacers in there.
mhm.
Those are teams that like could make noise, but I don't really like maybe. And then I think the Sixers, the Bulls, and the Hawks are just like they're just in because they're in. I don't think they're gonna be making much noise in the playoffs.
Yeah. So talking about the last 2 games about Draymond Green, how do you think, or what's your thought on his last 2 games? Yeah.
I mean, this is Draymond that like you want if you're gonna make a deep playoff run. I think, Draymond playing well makes our team play well, and him being the energy guy, not getting texts, not getting thrown out of fucking games, is gonna like help us win, like continue the runs.
Yeah. Like hopefully like Draymond Green could at least like average like 2 steals. Like how much steal does
I
De'Aaron
don't
Fox
even think
average?
I don't even think it's about like the stats. I think it's just about the energy. If Draymond's like, being super energetic, breaking up passes, making like or the playing hard defense, making the other team's offense hard to like work around. I think it's good. I don't think like it's all about the stats here in this situation.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you're right.
What do you think the starting lineup should be once Kuminga comes back?
Honestly, the way we look, I think we should just rock with this. Yeah, we
I've
should
seen
rock
some
with
people on Warriors Twitter talking about that.
what?
Or Warriors Twitter, they've been talking about like they should keep the starting lineup, keep Kuminga off the bench.
Yeah, Kaminga could also bring the hype off the bench, but like
hmm
Kaminga's also good, so we'll see like
Yeah.
how the lineup is. And like Ash Wiggins, what's your thought on Wiggins?
What about him?
Like offensively.
I mean, he's on and off, which like it's been how he's been like the last like couple last this year, last year. Um, when he's on, he's great. When he's not, I mean, you can kind of see the cold, like the freezing cold out of it.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it up for this week. We'll be back next Thursday. Or when are we gonna be back?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Yeah, we will be back next Thursday. Please follow and subscribe and like the video. Help this channel grow. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you.